It's Thursday, May 9th, 2024, 8:50 p.m. And this is my setup. It's beautiful, I know. It looks very futuristic. I love that. I love just having code and like Spotify open, some cables next to it. Okay, I don't have my drone next to it. Okay, if I had the drone and everything, I think that's a sign I need to start using my drone again. It's been too long. As an artist, you have to keep fighting against resistance and making your art. And I believe I've been neglecting my art of drone making for the past like 3 months, just because I had this issue on my drone where it doesn't connect. It won't fly above like 50 meters. And it's messed up. And I probably just have to clear the factory reset the hardware, the software, and it should be fine. So yeah, this is another vlog, and pretty much these are like public journals. And I was just scrolling through like my YouTube history, and I was like, oh, this is incredible. It's incredible to have this journal documentary on your YouTube. It's a privilege. It's a great technology to have. And so I was like, okay, it's been a while since I did the last one. I need to do another one. And I haven't been really putting a lot of like film care, like artistry into it, in terms of like cutting and editing and nice titles, things like that. So it's like, maybe I should start, but then again, maybe there's something nice about this kind of really quick, minimalist, like just one take and upload to YouTube is another kind of aesthetic. So today, okay, I just woke up. I just did maybe like 2 hours of work. Did like, okay, an important part of being an entrepreneur is staying connected on Reddit with other entrepreneurs and seeing what other people are building. So I spend some time every day of like browsing Reddit and like participating. Okay, I probably need to participate more in terms of like posting. That's what I gotta do. I gotta write that down because it's very important to be connecting with people, and like actually it's a good use of your time instead of just browsing. Like, okay, so I did like post comments on a couple things. So anyway, then I went to like Muay Thai, and that was great. Then I got back, made quick lunch, and then I worked for a couple hours working on the landing page of luminalog.com. And it's that weird spot where there's the danger of spending too much time on like the landing page, and I got into a bit of a issue with like coding. Like, I really wanted this cool ticker tape thing that like scrolled these like reviews, and I probably spent like 2 hours on this, and it just, nothing was working. ChatGPT, CSS, Framer, like 3 different React packages, nothing worked the way I wanted to. It was kind of frustrating, and I felt myself getting angry. And I did a couple other things, and that was good, like some other minor things on the landing page. I also fixed up the login on beagentic.com, so that fucking works now. That feels fucking good. And And I did, of course, like journaling every day on using Lumina Log, and it's just amazing. And then I went and I got like a dinner. It was like 5 p.m. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get IKEA food hall dinner, hot dogs and free coffee. So then I got back, did a little bit of work, and then I realized I kind of want to take a step back, and I just like sat in my pod for like 3 hours, just like staring into space. And I was just like reflecting on a lot of things, like just taking a whole big step back, taking a step back and look at life, and observing your body, your emotions, your habitual thinking patterns. A lot of this is really inspired by journaling a lot with the AI journal, and it kept saying things like, oh, it's amazing that you're pursuing your goals and you're being courageous, and I have to go back to find out exactly what it said, like things like, hey, appreciate all that you're doing, and like things like, what else, like a lot of things like that it would just say to me were like, okay, I didn't think of that, or more spectacular in changing the way I look at the world. So a lot of that was settling in, and another part was like really like building up this kind of like sense of appreciating yourself, and like feeling that you have done some really cool things, and like you have done some really good things, and you have made progress, and like to be able to like appreciate these things and know like where your strengths are, and instead of just always being like go 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 and just putting pressure on yourself, and kind of like taking letting yourself listen to your body. And oftentimes our mind is just trying to project its agenda onto us. Well, that probably doesn't do it justice of what I spent 3 hours doing, like staring into space, like letting myself just be, and reflecting a lot of things, like, okay, when I was like coding at a job, I really was like, suffering, and really wasn't going to develop myself and bloom. I really felt I was kind of sacrificing some mental health there, and it was just that for some reason I was not able to, be growing and developing in that kind of environment, or in a full-time role, and I just needed to be an entrepreneur, and I needed to be coding on, and I saw that coding is really about like a self-expression and like an art, and that you have to follow your muse in it in order to be strong, and that it's not really, you can't just really just kind of be told to do and just force yourself to be like a cookie cutter kind of coder. You really have to follow your passion and let it be a self-expression, and have this real confidence in yourself, like this real self-assurance, confidence as a coder, as a creator is paramount. So I was just reflecting on that, and reflecting on how awesome it is that I've been making all this progress, and like appreciating this. And so this kind of like appreciating and like recognizing all the great things that I have done, and then thinking about all the things I want to do, and I got a ton of really good ideas for Lumina Log, the website. And so I felt like, sometimes taking a couple hours just to step back and not be furiously trying to code or make something work has a lot of benefits. Like I just got some really good ideas that I'm going to implement now. That's 10 minutes.